Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Tomica Hyper Series review for you today. This is the Support Vehicle Rescue Helicopter. Some really cool artwork here on the front. How it works basically there are three that are robots that are kind of the same mold. There's the Sonic Interceptor for police, there's White Hope here for the ambulance, and then I'm blanking on the name of the red one for the fire engine. But this is compatible with any of the three, but of course it's meant to combine with White Hope because they're both kind of in the ambulance line of work. I don't know what you'd say. They both represent medical support. So you have the arms and legs can come off of White Hope and switch out with the arms and legs from this, which of course we'll take a look at. There's some other ones available. There's two construction vehicle ones. There's also a jet, which I believe is mostly meant to be worked with the Sonic Interceptor. So we'll get to those one day. But anyway, this thing's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get it out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. So this is how it comes in the box with all these pieces, and I kind of wanted to show how they go together. These are obviously going to be new arms for White Hope, but you're going to kind of just... you can see there's a tab hole there, and I'll get a little bit closer. You can see there's a tab hole there and a tab, and you're just going to get that pretty similar to how you transform White Hope into his vehicle mode. You're going to connect to these pegs here, and you're going to want to push this back to lift up the tab inside. So you do that, and you're going to do that for both of those. And once they're connected on, this kind of main part of the body is the helicopter, as you can see here. These pieces are just going to slide onto these pegs right here, very simply. And then you can push the two legs together in the back, they peg together. So then you have the bulk of your helicopter, and then you're going to take these two blades, which will also become weapons later on. Pop this one on top of here, and then peg that right on top of there. And there you go, you have your rescue helicopter. I like the look of it a lot. I like the little helicopter face. It definitely reminds me of the Great Ambulance with the cab. It kind of looks the same to the helicopter that the cab can turn into. But I like it a lot. This spins fairly decently. I'll move this up a little bit. It kind of moves as it spins because, of course, you can move the blades around as you go. So if you spin it a lot, it'll kind of start to move them around, as you can see. But it's cool. I like it a lot. I think they look nice. I like it does come with a sticker sheet. As you can see, there are some stickers to apply. Things like that. But overall, I like the look of the helicopter. It is fairly simplistic, and it doesn't do a whole lot on its own. But I do like the look of it. But of course, the main draw is the fact that it can combine with the White Hope. So we'll take a look at that. Alright, so we're going to get both of these ready by basically completely disassembling the helicopter. Unpeg the legs in the back, and then you can slide these off. And there's no release for these, but there is a release for these, so make sure that you press the siren or light down so you can take it off. And then you have the main cab section here, or the main kind of bare bones section for the helicopter. Put that off to the side for now. Then you're going to come to White Hope, and you're going to want to press these down so that these will slide off. And then again with the legs, you just pull them off. So you're kind of left with this skeletal frame here for White Hope. And I'm going to put that off to the side for a minute. The cool thing you can do, take this, put that off to the side, transform the legs and arms for White Hope pretty much exactly the same way you transform the gray pieces that were on the helicopter. And you can actually attach these pieces instead onto this. So pull this down, clip that in. Clip that on as well. And then you can take the legs, fold those up, and pop them on as well. And then once again, peg the legs together. And then you have this really cool little white helicopter like roadster because it just has wheels. So I don't know. I really like the look of this. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to put that off to the back for now. Coming here to the legs, you're going to fold the kneecap forward, fold the leg down. Do that for both. Now, unfortunately, I got 2 left feet on mine. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get a little bit closer. But yeah, you can see when this one goes up, it fits nicely in there, how it's molded. And then when this one goes up, it does not, because it's 2 left feet. So this guy cannot dance. But it's not a deal breaker. I mean, obviously he can still stand, he can still do most things. It's just kind of a bummer. I don't really have anything I can do about that. Hopefully if you pick this up, you will not run into the same problem. So you just slide these new feet on very simply, just as easy as you slid off the others. So there you go, you have your new legs. And then you're going to take your new arms, straighten them out, turn it to the side. Unfortunately, he does not have a bicep swivel, which I would have loved, but not a huge problem. Push this down, slide it on, and it'll lock in place. And then you can just kind of position the arm how you like. Do the same thing over here with the other one. Push that down so you can slide it on, and it'll lock in place. And then position the arms how you like. And then you can take these apart, and you can see there are 2 handles, one on each end, or I should say one on each blade. There is not a handle at each end. And you can pop them in as weapons. And he's got some really cool giant bladed swords here. You can still use the gun if you want to clip that on his back still, so that he has kind of a gun back there if he needs it. Or you could have 1 sword, 1 gun. I kind of like the look of that. I kind of like giving him the sword in his left hand and giving him the gun in his right hand, just so he's got a little bit of firepower. But he's also got a sword in case he needs close combat. So I like the look of it a lot. I mean, it's weird that an ambulance would have this much firepower, but it is what it is. So I like the look of that a lot. I love putting the parts of White Hope on the helicopter, because I just think it looks hilarious with no helicopter blades, and it's just like a little speedster. So I like the look of that a lot. I think this is a really fun set. Hopefully you'll just get, 2 correct feet and not 2 of the same kind of foot if you decide to pick this up. But I like it a lot. I think it's a fun support vehicle. Like I said, if you have the blue or red versions, or I should say blue or red equivalent of White Hope, because their names escape me, you can use these on them as well. Their pieces should also fit on this. They're all pretty much the same base mold, so they're all compatible. You could even put, the blue one is Sonic Interceptor. You could put his parts on White Hope and put his White Hope's parts on Sonic Interceptor. So there's a lot of playability there. I like that a lot. Definitely a lot of playability, a lot of cool sets. The more of these support vehicles you pick up, the more extra limbs and possibilities you have. So I also really like the white and the gray together. I think that looks pretty good. But really, really cool. The 2 construction vehicles even come with a different car, so you could get a new head when you add the new limbs and everything. So I think this is a fun set. Definitely really, really neat. So I think this is a really fun set. I've kind of already gushed over it enough, but just to sum up, I really do like the look of the helicopter mode here. I think it makes a fantastic addition to White Hope when you swipe the parts out. Hopefully if you decide to pick it up, you'll get the correct feet that you're supposed to get. That's literally the only thing I can think to complain about, and that's just a factory error. I'm sure not all of them are going to be like that, but like I said, not a deal breaker, bit of a bummer, not a huge problem. I guess the only other thing, I would love it if the arms had bicep swivels, but I was actually looking at White Hope as I was putting it back together, and he doesn't have bicep swivels either, so it is what it is. It's not a big deal. With the ball joint in the elbow, you can certainly get the poses you need to out of it, so not a huge problem. But yeah, if you've collected White Hope or any of the robots in that size class, I definitely think you should pick this up, because it's definitely a lot of fun, and it gives you some more playability options to swap out the arms and legs, get some new color schemes, get some new weapons and things going on. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Support Vehicle Rescue Helicopter from the Tomica Hyper series. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.